What's going on, boys and girls? What's up, world? Austin John Plays here, and today, this is going to be the best damn guide on YouTube on how to get all the legendary birds in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
Pikachu! Eevee!
I don't really consider it a spoiler that I'm going to be covering these birds even before you play the game, because, well, first of all, you either played Pokemon or you played Pokemon Go. People who played Pokemon Go, you identified as one of these three birds, so, not really too much I could spoil there now, right? There is a certain point in the game that you do have to progress to in order to actually encounter these legendary birds. And that point in the game is when you are able to surf. Once you can surf, you can encounter two of the three birds, however, not the third bird. Also, just a neat little thing that I wanted to share with you that I didn't think deserved its own video. Surf is kind of difficult to find in this game because it's a place you're not expecting. If you have progressed to Fuchsia City, that's where you used to be able to get surf. You would go in the Safari Zone, help the warden out. The warden's in this house here. He's gonna give you strength. If you don't know how to do that, just go south of that Pokemon Center. But surf is in a very different place, so right before Go Park, if you head on over here to the left, there's a guy with a bandana and a Lapras. Talk to him and you get surf, and that's it. The third bird requires you to have all 8 gym badges in the game. So first I'm gonna be going over Zapdos, then Articuno, then Moltres. Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres. I should be going Articuno first because Spanish, but whatever. So first we're gonna make our way to Route 10. This is gonna be right before the Rock Tunnel, and you need to have surf here because you have absolutely been here before. However, there's a patch of water up here that you haven't been able to access before. If you need just a little bit better of a bearing on where we are, here is the Pokemon Center, and here is the Rock Tunnel. Before you get into these battles, it's worth noting that the Pokemon that you're going to be going after, you have to defeat them in 5 minutes or less. And then after you defeat them, you then get the opportunity to try to catch them. Also really nice, on this route is where you're going to be able to encounter Dratini and Dragonair. Only a 4% and 1% respectively, but yeah, this piece of water right here is where you go, and right here is the power plant. Now the power plant is filled with a whole bunch of super strong Pokemon, most of them being electric type. Also, there's a bunch of rare Pokemon that spawn here, like, oh look, Muck just showed up. Hey buddy. This is also where you're going to be able to find Voltorb, Electrode, Electabuzz. You see that Pokeball on the right side of the screen, how it's upside down? That's a Pokemon. It's either an Electrode or a Voltorb encounter. You need to speak with the Pokeball, then it becomes a Pokemon. I really like the way that they inverted the Pokeball for like the fake Pokeballs. Nice touch, nice touch. Now, Power Plant is not a very large place. In fact, you can't really get lost. You need to progress to the right side of the map, and then you just need to head to the left. Up here. And then lastly, you're gonna come to the main room. Also, you're going to be able to find Magnemites and Wild Magnetons here, which is pretty awesome. And at this altar, we have the legendary bird Zapdos. Zapdos is electric flying, so it can't be hit with any ground moves. I suggest if you have any ground type Pokemon with rock moves, Rock Throw, Rock Slide, anything like that, is going to be a great way to take Zapdos down with no problem whatsoever. Then onto the catching screen. Once you're here, it's recommended to use any very powerful catching berries that you may have. I'm of course talking about raspberries, and if you were lucky enough to get your hand on any silver or gold raspberries, now's your opportunity. These battles do take quite a lot of Ultra Balls, as this Pokemon has an extremely low catch rate, and it's gonna take a lot, the same way it does in Pokemon Go and every other Pokemon game. It took me on average 30 to 40 Ultra Balls for each of these legendary birds, so just be warned. It's also worth mentioning that when you're ready for post-game, the master trainers for the legendary birds are going to be located right where the birds were previously found. And these battles are a little bit different from the regular master battles in the way that you need to show them your birds, or legendary Pokemon, all completely powered up with candy. Hey, get out of here, Voltorb. Once you're all set and you have your legendary bird Zapdos, of course, as always, save right in the front. Ooh, a Magneton. Nice. hop on the teleporter, and that brings you out of here. You're good to go. Nice. Great, time for Articuno. Articuno can be encountered one of two different ways. I recommend going from Fuchsia City. We're going to be heading south on Route 19. By the way, if you've reached post-game, you're actually able to fly on Charizard, Dragonite, or Aerodactyl, which is a pretty cool thing. If not, feel free to surf your way over here. There are two entrances. This is the reason I'm on a flying Pokemon. There's this entrance over here, and then there is this entrance over here. This entrance you cannot get to from Fuchsia City unless you go all the way through that Seafoam Island here on the left. This entrance can only be accessed by going to Cinnabar Island, so just make note of that. We're gonna head into the left entrance over here. Also, this nice lady over here, she likes to heal up your Pokemon for you. Super nice of her. Inside of the Seafoam Islands, in addition to this being the only place that you can encounter a wild Squirtle on land, there's going to be a bunch of very large... Oh! It's a Squirtle! Hi! You're supposed to have an extremely low encounter rate. And another one. Another one decided to pop up. Thanks. Anyways, I've already completed this area, but I'm going to be going back and reverting to older footage so you see what's going on. You're going to see these large obelisks here. You need to be able to push these with strength. And then once you do, you're going to push it into the hole and then hop down below it. You're going to have your obelisk fall right next to another hole, and you're just going to push it inside and then follow it down once again. And then finally on the bottommost floor, you're going to push it down and follow it down again. You're then going to fall into a water stream, and Pikachu is going to help you out. Now that we drop down our water, Now that we drop down our obelisk, we're going to head up the left side over here, as we can't progress any further since we have the water pushing us around. And we're going to head over here, and you're going to find some more obelisks. You're going to have to do this small little strength puzzle and then push this leftmost obelisk down. And then once you've reached the bottommost floor, and with both of the stones down, you're going to be able to explore this area. We're just going to surf up here to the top, and boom, the legendary bird Articuno. As always, save before encountering Articuno. I don't know what happens if you run away from the battle. Maybe you just get to counter him again, but I don't care. Save before, because that's how I grew up playing this game, so you should too. Just like with Zapdos, the master trainer for Articuno is located right next to where Articuno was previously located. Neat. And I don't have any escape ropes, so excuse me while I climb out of here. Also, a fun little tidbit of information is that all of these birds, you can get them shiny. Now, do keep in mind that there is an extremely low chance that you are going to find it shiny. Just by default, running up here is about 1 in 4,000. And there's another Squirtle. Where were you when I was recording my starters video, huh? He like jumped. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, little buddy. If you do plan on shiny hunting one of these legendary birds, you just need to save right in front of them. The cutscene is going to not be the shiny color. However, once you're done with the cutscene and in the actual fighting battle, it will appear shiny. For our third and final bird, you need to have all 8 badges and all the gyms complete. It's kind of like saying the same thing. But anyways, from Viridian City, where the 8th gym is located, you're going to make your way down Route 22, and you need to start making your way toward the Pokemon League. These gentlemen are going to check that you have the appropriate badges every time that you're going through one of their gates, and then it's time to enter, passing the Earth Badge Gate, into the Pokemon League's Victory Road. Victory Road is filled with a lot of high-level wild Pokemon for you to encounter, and more large obelisks for you to push. Exciting, right? Oh! That's just a Hitmonlee just walking around, just chilling. Sup, bruh? Right before you make your way to the exit, which is right by this Pokemaniac over here, instead we are going to head down and around. And a Hitmonlee is going to spawn inside of us. Where were you when I was making my 24 rare Pokemon video? We are going to head right here to this staircase, and then we're going to head up and then to the left, passing that Hitmonchan. Thanks, buddy. It's also worth mentioning that in this video, a whole bunch of rare Pokemon have been showing up. That's because I currently have a chain going on of a different Pokemon that I'm shiny hunting, so spawns for all the rare Pokemon are just increased. You're gonna see Officer Jenny over here in the top right. Hopefully my face isn't covering her. Then we're gonna head to this staircase on the left, and then this is going to be the final room that we are going to be finding our Moltres in. Moltres, just like the other two, is going to be very high leveled. You need to battle it beforehand. However, it's extremely weak to rock, so hit it with like one rock throw and you're good to go. You probably have a Rhydon on your team because, well, Rhydon's great in this game. And that right there is going to be the 3 legendary birds in their placed location in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. However, there are more legendary birds in the world. Also, there's the Moltres right next to the exit by the Pokemaniac. Those additional legendary birds will only spawn post-game. After you get all the legendary birds and become the champion, and you enter the post-game where, you know, all the master trainers are just chilling and everything, there is a very slim chance that rare Pokemon will spawn above your head while you're going through the world. Let's hop onto Charizard over here. Like this Dragonite right here. This Dragonite is spawned because I'm currently in a chain right now of Nidoran males. I need to go catch that boy down there, hunting for a shiny. Just got my shiny charm finally. The way that Chansey's been showing up, that additional Dragonite. These are the conditions in which the legendary birds can additionally spawn, and you can encounter them in the wild. Now, if you thought that Dragonites and Charizards and Chanseys and all of them were extremely rare to spawn, you do not want to try to have to grind through these. However, you can. If you wanted to, you can wait for all these guys to show up. You could catch one Moltres and then another and then another. It's also worth mentioning that any legendary birds that you transferred from Pokemon Go into Go Park can be part of that chain. What? Oh, look at that. So when you're using the Pokemon Go Plus, when you're in this screen, if you shake it, you go to the options menu. I never knew that. That's neat. Any legendary birds or legendary Pokemon or any Pokemon that you transfer from Go into Let's Go and you encounter them in the park and you catch them, those do count toward a chain. Do keep in mind that that won't affect its IVs. All the legendary birds that are placed in the world will have 3 guaranteed perfect IVs. The other 3 stats are random. So, good luck. My Articuno and Zapdos have really bad stats. However, my Moltres right here has 1, 2, 3 perfect IVs, 2 30s, and then I'd say like a 20 in HP. That's fine. It's a fire type. They're not strong anyways. But yeah, there you go, guys. How to get the 3 legendary birds and then additional legendary birds in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. If there's one thing new that you learned in this video or you found it entertaining, be sure to leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Till next time, I'm out. Bye.